Portland police will be getting some more help starting tonight. A second Portland street response team is starting its first night on the job. The unit already has one team up and running during weekdays, and this new crew will cover weekends and nights. Fox 12's Mia Villanueva joins us now with what the team and community members hope the expansion will accomplish. Mia?
The Portland Street Response Team says this expansion is about continuing to meet people where they are, whether that be in a mental health crisis or experiencing the impacts of homelessness. A resident in the Lents neighborhood says she's already seen the positive impacts of the team on her community. She only wishes the team responded to a call back in April where Robert Douglas Delgado was shot and killed by Portland police. A new crew with the Portland Street Response Team is taking to the streets tonight on the east side of the city, increasing their coverage from 13 square miles to 36.
Based on the numbers, previous data that we had, it shows that if we expand our geographical location to cover the East Precinct area that is for the police, or at least go to 22 different neighborhoods, we may be able to reach out to the folks that who needs us the most now.
The team's new boundaries are from southeast Clatsop to I-84, the east side expansion covering from southeast Cesar Chavez to southeast 175th. The program launched back in February as an alternative to sending police officers to some mental health calls and issues affecting the homeless. Heike Mushi, community engagement manager for the Portland Response Team, says within their first 9 months of service, they've garnered a lot of support from the community.
Actually having even community partners who are there advocating for the program to bring the services to the community that we're serving, I think that's really amazing.
Sabina Urdez lives in the Lents neighborhood and says she's already seen the positive impacts the street response team has had in her community.
I know that they have been able to develop relationship with some of the folks in our community, namely with houseless neighbors, to help refer them to services, help them get care that they need, as well as to help them feel like they're truly a part of our neighborhood.
Sabina says she works late at night in the Lents area and says she sees a lot of folks in crisis. She says calling the response team for help in those instances is a better option than calling police.
The 911 response to calls like that tends to be so delayed that sometimes they never show up by the time, a business closes. It can take them hours to respond. It seems like police respond more to life or death situations, but a lot of times we have people kind of in the middle.
Sabina says she wishes Portland Street Response responded to a specific call back in April involving 46-year-old Robert Douglas Delgado. On the morning of April 16th, Portland police officers responded to a call of Delgado with a handgun in Lents Park. A report by an officer states Delgado did not comply with officers. He was shot and killed by police and turns out was actually carrying a replica handgun. Sabina says had Portland Street Response answered the call, it may have turned out differently.
Having followed that story and been in contact with his family, I believe that the police response that day really escalated things for Robert, who was having a mental health crisis.
The new crew for the Portland Street Response Team will be responding to calls Thursday through Sunday from 6 at night to 2:30 in the morning. Reporting from Lents Park, I'm Mia Villanueva, Fox 12 Oregon.